record. 1, 2, 3. Boom! We're here.
Boom.
That's
We're
it.
in.
All right, we're in. What's up, guys? It's the Gingerpodcast coming at you with a special guest. If you don't know him, you should know him. It's Jack Thorburn. How you doing, man?
Not too bad.
How do you pronounce your last name? Hang on.
You were right. Say it again.
Thorburn? Thorburn.
Yes.
Thorburn.
Yes.
See?
I don't understand why it's hard. There's no N in it, so I don't know where the Thorburns come from.
I think people just read like stupid. Like I do that all the time. I usually read people's names all wrong.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at that shit, man. But how's life? What's going on? What's going on, Mr. Thorburn's world?
I am currently on somewhat of a holiday, but because normally I work in like supply teaching normally. So obviously they've just gone back to schools now. I'm going back to uni on Monday actually to do a year PGCE, which will allow me to then go into full-time teaching. So after that I'll be into the big wide world of teaching full-time. So starting that on Monday, so that's going to be something new. I've already done 4.5 years in uni, as if that's not enough. And I'm going back to do another year now, so.
That's cool. I'm bodybuilding all the way through it, right?
Bodybuild, yeah, well, I managed to do my undergrad and masters with it. I remember I did my masters, I was doing my dissertation, and it required me to move quite a lot of equipment around the uni because I had to do testing in one part and then take it back to the other. And it was whilst I was literally like a few weeks out. So I can remember having mad anxiety driving up to the uni thinking about, oh my God, how am I going to have the energy to carry this equipment like through the uni? And I'd be getting nervous about it just doing it. So
that's crazy. You're fucking crazy. What did you do your dissertation in?
A lot of the people listening will be really interested in it actually. My undergrad was like the effects of beetroot supplementation on muscular strength and endurance. But that was pretty good. But then my master's one was to do with it's called intentional. I've lost it. Attentional focus. But in bodybuilding terms, it's called the mind-muscle connection, basically.
Yeah,
so
the broad terms.
Yeah. So to bodybuilder it's called the mind-muscle connection, and it was all about how your performance differs if you focus on the muscle you're working or you just focus on actually shifting the weight. So it's quite an interesting study. It would have produced some really good results, and it would have got published really if I'd not been rushed in, because I had a lot of people messing me around with it, and in the end, stuff like I'd measure the same person and I'd do their right and left arm and call one Dave and call one John. So I had more people because I got rushed through it, but that was quite a good study to do, and because it was something I really enjoyed. You can't get more bodybuilderish than that, really, can you? So
absolutely, man, that's wicked. How long was the study?
They were only acute studies, see, so they were just done on the day, because all it was the effect. So the exercise was a bicep curl. So then we got their 1 rep maxes, and then I think it was, I want to say 60 and 80%. No, 50 and 80% of their 1 rep curl. So we had to get them doing a 1 rep curl. And then we basically had to hook them up. It was really funky, so we had to hook them up. Have you ever seen what an EMG machine is?
Yeah.
You have all the probes against you. And we had to measure muscle activity of the bicep, tricep, and front delt during the different loads, so 50 and 80%. And then also when they were thinking about the muscle, as opposed to when they were thinking about just shifting it, and seeing how the activity of the bicep would, say, increase if you were thinking about it, whereas the activity of the front delt would decrease and stuff like that. So it was really interesting. It's a lot of hassle, a lot of complicated equipment.
Fucking hell. Using the EMG machine as well, and your fucking Oh man, that's crazy. You just have to move all the equipment from like the gym into the labs, I guess.
Yeah, and it was a decent walk as well.
And
It took me about 10 minutes, and I didn't have I had zero energy at this point.
you're training on top of that shit. Oh fucking hell, man! The funny thing is, I did. What was your masters in?
Strength and conditioning.
Yeah.
So it's linked to bodybuilding, really.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I did. I did my undergrad in strength and conditioning.
okay.
So I did the undergrad strength and conditioning, which like the third year, my third year was parallel to sort of the masters.
Yeah.
One lad was like, "Should I do a masters in S&C?" And our fucking strength and conditioning lecturer was like, "No, there's no point." But how did you find, right? Because I did a proper like bro dissertation. I did I think I did like incline dumbbell curls versus dumbbell preacher curls and the effects on muscle hypertrophy. Like, so which I can't remember what it was, but it was basically to find out which curl was more superior.
Okay.
Right? It was a problem. It was like, I got. You know what? Because I was like, did your uni lecturer at FCC? Did you get a lot of shit for being into bodybuilding?
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about. They don't care about bodybuilding.
No, big time.
Which is why I don't. This is why I still don't do it now, because when I went into it, I was still very focused on sports performance. I still enjoyed like the whole sports side of it, like rugby, like maximizing your performance through that. But then I started to compete then, and I didn't care about doing a clean and jerk and all this.
Yeah, all that bollocks. Yeah,
all I care about is how much you clean, how much snatch. I don't care. How big's your arms?
That's it. I've lost you. You've been frozen for the past minute or whatever. I don't know what's going on with the camera.
Really?
That might be my connection. My connection might be dodgy as fuck. Oh shit! Hang on. Well, we just have a little pause in this podcast because I haven't got my laptop on charge. It's gonna die. Oh shit! Is that on? Oh, finally. Right. Cool. Oh, fucking hell, disaster. And you fucking. That was my laptop. My laptop was fucking. I turned it on now and back.
It was the power.
Christ. The power. No, that's really cool that you did like the masters, because I did mine, and the amount of shit that I got, I'd be like, people are like, oh, I'd be doing like going through my results, because I did my testing outside. I did it when I was PTing within my gym, and I just used my clients.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
My study was over like 8 or 10 weeks. So I had to get my ethics approved before January, so I could start testing as soon as I come back. Because it was 10 weeks long, so it was pretty much like a big rush for me.
Yeah.
But basically, all my results found out was that it doesn't matter what curl you do. It just matters about you need to look into training intensity and volume. Yeah. That's what maximizes. So then basically I got grilled. It was like, so why didn't you the person who observes your dissertation? Yeah. I had like the biggest meathead of a S&C coach being mine. His name is Ian. He's really good S&C coach, but he fucking hated bodybuilding. Yeah. he hated bodybuilding. He hated it, and he was just like, so why don't you do different training intensities and volumes? And I was just like, I don't know. And if I could go back, I would do that. Like, fuck off. Well, I just want to get massive.
That's the whole point, isn't it? Like you need something to then build on after. So yeah.
Yeah. He used to just say to me, he was just like, I used to talk about Dorian Yates, and he'd be like, just go take a gram of testosterone and just lift weights and eat food and you'll be all right. And I was like, fuck off, Ian. He used to say shit like that to me all the time.
Such an S&C thing to say.
Yeah, he just did not give a fuck. I was like, shut up. I was like, half of your sprinters are on testosterone. Shut
exactly.
Don't at me. I was like, no one's blowing a bodybuilder up.
Bodybuilding wise, where are you at the moment?
You asked me. So basically, me and Jordan reduced my food because I got a little like fat for me. Well, he likes to keep people tight, right?
I was gonna say, just seeing your pictures, like how long? When did you reduce them? Because your condition's not that bad. It's all right.
So he reduced them. I didn't upload for a while because I was fat, and no one likes to see you fat. So I'm trying to look at my photos. When did he reduce them? So he reduced my calories 21st of August. So yeah, two check-ins ago. Yeah. So I lost like 2 kilos, and I also went from a phase like you probably heard these terms. You probably heard them like blasting and cruising.
Yeah.
So I started cruising like 8 weeks ago, and then got a little softer because obviously You can't sit
that phase, yeah.
besides the protein, the same, etc. So yeah, went down to a cruising dose, and then just started getting a little soft on the same calories I was on, the carbohydrates, protein, etc. food. So we just literally reduced food, and I went from like 93 point something kilos to like within a week down to 91.7. I was like, holy fucking shit. He was like,
is training still all right though?
Training, yeah, I got stronger. I didn't lose any strength. Didn't lose anything. Just said the weight was going down. I didn't feel ridiculously hungry because I said to my girlfriend, I was stepped on the scale. I was like, I fucking lost loads of weight. I lost like a kilo, and I was like, she was like, oh, do you feel all right? I was like, I feel fine. Okay, did my whole day of work, whole training. I'm like, this is funny. And no, he messaged me. He was like, do you not feel hungry? I'm like, no, I don't really feel hungry. I feel normal.
Roughly, what are your calories and stuff like that?
Last time I calculated them, so he just sends me diet, like he just throws my diet at me.
Go on, I'll think about it in my head. Ping the meals over to me quickly. Just tell me the meals quickly.
So like, do you want to just do? I have a rest day and training, so let's go.
Training day.
What they were or what they are now?
Now.
Oh, now. Well, wait. It is so on a training day. I have 10 grams of coconut oil. I have 60 grams of whey, and I have 30 grams of nut butter. I'll go for peanut butter. Then I have 250 grams of 5% beef mince with 65 grams of avocado. And then I have 300 grams of white fish with 65 grams, that's uncooked weight, rice with 5 grams of coconut oil. And then I have 80 grams of ground rice with 70 grams of banana and 60 grams of whey for pre-workout. Intra-workout, I have 65 gram Pepto Pro with 80 gram of cyclodextrin. And then post-workout is 250 gram of chicken, 65 gram uncooked weight rice, 100 gram of Cocoa Pops with 1 bagel with 30 gram of jam. And then I have, to finish it off, last meal is 200 grams of Greek yogurt with about 25 gram of whey. And then we have 85 gram of oats with 65 gram berries. Has this cut out? Oh, I think it's cut out.
Whoa.
All right, we're back. So we blame Chanel for that, so everyone will go abuse her on the internet, please. That was our fault. Right, so where were we? We're talking about my meals, right?
Yeah, so you'd gone through your first one. Your next one was 250 beef.
250 beef. 5% beef with 65 gram of avocado. Okay. And then we have 300 gram of white fish with 5 gram of coconut oil and 65 gram uncooked rice. And then we have 60 gram of whey with 80 gram of brown rice with 70 gram of banana. And then we have
that's pre-workout, yeah?
Yeah, that's pre-workout meal. And then we have intra-workout meal. We have 65 gram of Pepto Pro with 80 gram.
Oh, that is hefty.
So it's pretty.
So that costs you a bit, mate.
It does cost a bit, but you get that stank breath of it too when you're training.
I hope you took. Do you use the bulk powders one?
Absolutely, mate.
I hope you took advantage of the sale yesterday then.
No, man, I stocked up a while ago, so I'm all right.
That's what every time there's a big sale, I stock up. But even if I've got a stock up and I see a big sale, I still stock up because I'm like, oh, it's never going to be that good again. Because like yesterday, it was like 40% off, so I was like, oh, I've got to get it.
Oh fucking hell! No. And then I have 80 gram of cyclodextrin with that one as well, and then I have.
It's pretty decent then.
Yeah, intra's pretty solid.
Your biggest meal, to be honest.
Yeah, pretty much all my carbs are on my training, and then I have 250 gram of chicken with that's post with 100 gram of Cocoa Pops, 65 gram uncooked rice, 1 bagel, 30 gram of jam, and then to finish it off before I go to bed, you have 200 gram of Greek yogurt with 25 gram of whey, and then we have that's zero fat Greek yogurt, by the way, and then we have 85 gram of oats with 65 gram berries. And
that's since reducing.
That's since reduced, yeah. What it was before.
That's hefty. That must be about 3.5. 5,000 easy.
Yeah, when I calculated it, what it was before, I did a video on YouTube, and it was like 4,000, just shy of 5,000. But I was burned. I don't know what it is, just burn through food. But I've never found eating a lot of food a problem.
Oh,
Like,
no, have I. If I want to, like,
yeah,
I used to be putting away 5,000 easy. Like,
just
no
you're
issue.
banging them in. Because your diet was before, like because you're on like a mini cup right now or something, right?
I am, but even before that,
Yeah.
like when I was gaining, like I say gaining, like I wasn't pushing at all because I'm sort of like getting training back to where it needs to be. My training's not quite what it was, but like when I was, like say 2 years ago when I was pushing it,
Yeah.
I was on like 5,000 and like no issues at all. You're quite protein fat meals for most of it, and then just carbs around the training.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's it.
They're easy calories then, aren't they? You know, when your fats are that high, like you said you're having coconut oil with meals and stuff like that. Like I see people gaining, and their daily fat intake is like 50 grams. I'm thinking, what are you doing? That's not gaining.
Yeah, I don't understand when people have that really low fat. Like I don't. It's like I don't know. So everyone's different. Everyone's got like if it works for them, that's fair enough. Like they can.
I think
they can do
people don't appreciate the anabolic effect of higher fat within their diet. I think. I know there are plenty of people that preach about it. Evan Centopani's a big component of it. John Meadows, they all. Yeah. I know even Jordan does like. Jordan keeps his fats relatively high, to be honest. So
yeah, he's But I don't know why people wouldn't want to have fats. Man, like imagine not having nut butter in your diet.
Like, when people message me saying they're allergic, I'm like, oh, I feel for you.
Yeah, fucking man. If anyone's allergic to nuts, I'm sorry. Like,
yeah, it's hard.
That's fucking bad. I can't be like my girlfriend. She doesn't do peanut butter, and I'm like, how can you not enjoy peanut butter? Like, how can you not enjoy that?
Madness.
Do you know what I mean? How can you not enjoy peanut butter?
I currently have about 30 tubs in the house.
30 tubs. I bought some from Lidl. I bought like the first time I've ever tried those sort of like fancy ones that have like
the ones at Lidl would be the Meridon ones.
That's the one there.
Yeah.
It's the first time I ever tried them because my sponsor, they send me over a cut like 2 kilos they send me 2 kilos of nut butter every month, so I'm happy. I'm just happy fucking eating that because it's 100%, and I really like crunchy peanut butter. Like I do this thing, so I basically put the peanut butter with the Greek yogurt, and on a rest day I just have a Greek yogurt, nut butter, and whey, and I'll basically just put like a bit of salt on top of the nut, on top of like where the crunchy bits are. I don't know what it is about it, but it tastes fucking amazing.
We all have those little things.
It's like in prep, it was like a little bit of salt on cucumber was literally the best thing ever. Like I just fucking crunching on them. Like people would look at me like, you're so weird, and I'm like, dude, you don't understand. This cucumber is like the finest cucumber ever, and it's got salt on. It's the fucking best. Like there's nothing beats it. I still enjoy doing that now because I'm just weird. Yeah. But you know what I mean. I do have some questions that I want to ask everyone that does come onto this podcast. Bear with me. That I do want to ask them. I know that you're gonna say a lot of stuff, so I don't want it to go on for too mega. But the whole point of this podcast is to give sort of people who are amateurs more like everyone's got their voice on social media, but to get people to know amateurs better, and also say to identify what your goals are, how you want to get to them, etc. Do you know what I mean? And then say one day you got to like an elite level of bodybuilding where you didn't have to work and you're just full-time bodybuilding. And when you see those guys, you see those guys and you're like, oh yeah, and everyone gives them like an excuse, like, oh yeah, so is Eva him because he doesn't have to like do a day job, whatever. But then you don't see that they've got there. Like that's one thing I like. I can't pronounce his name. I probably pronounce it wrong. That Fuad, when he brings people on and they talk about all their jobs, and I'm like, oh fucking, that's so cool that they worked and they did this, and it's like it sort of like hits home when you're like I'm trying to like create this journey of mine, and then I'm working a job and I'm doing exercise classes, I'm PT, and I'm doing all this shit to make it work. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, let me ask you some few questions.
All
I
right.
wrote them down. They're not in a good order. I wrote them down like, you know, you stay sitting there on your sofa just thinking.
Just when they came to you.
Okay, so you already said you have a job, so you're currently going to go to uni, but you were working. What were you doing as your job?
Well, when I first came out of uni, I was PTing and working in retail as well.
Oh, working in retail. How did you get your meals in?
Horrible. I used to sneak to the toilet.
Stuff a meal in the toilet.
We were allowed an hour break a day, and I managed to swindle it so I got 2 half-an hours instead of the hour.
Yeah.
So I could get 2 meals in then, but I still had to have a third meal that they wouldn't sort of let me take. So I used to sneak off to the toilet and have that. And it was annoying because it was the best meal as well. It was my pre-workout. So yeah, and it was the oats, protein, and peanut butter. And granted, everyone used to always say to me, "Oh, why don't you just blend it and have it?"
No.
I ain't blending my oats.
No way. All right,
what I used to do, right, is to make them in the morning, and I would pour them into a shaker so it looked like I'd blended them, to trick them into thinking I blended them. But then I would sneak off, have the shaker, and then open it up. And I'd have to, if I turned it upside down, it wouldn't come out because it was a proper thick oat.
I mean, there's one thing I hated. So when I first started, when I was in uni, I did blend milk. I did blend oats and drink it. And when I was in prep, Jordan took that last meal and took the oats out. And it wasn't until like I was like a week, 2 weeks out, and I was like, oh, like I was eating my Greek yogurt, and I was like, I really missed those oats because it was so warm. Because I didn't realise, no one told me. Everyone tells you you're going to get moody, blah, 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 side effects of this, side effects of that, blah, blah, blah. No one told me I was going to get freezing cold. Oh. I was fucking so cold during prep. I couldn't fucking have to wear hoodies in bed.
All the time. Yeah, all the time.
I did. No one told me that. And I was like, oh, you know what would warm me up? A nice bowl of oats. And then I just thought back to myself, like, you know what? When I was in my second year uni, I used to drink oats before I went to bed. I was like, I will never do that again. I'll never do that again.
I can't believe it. Like, if I see it on Instagram, I will always message the person just saying, like, I'm disappointed.
There's only one person I know blends their meals now, and it's a guy who goes to my gym, but he is like fucking so big. He's 30 stone, so he's like mega.
Pound it, yeah.
He's mega. He's just trying to get like bigger than anything you've seen on it. Like, he's coached by Dave Crosland.
Awesome, yeah.
So he does.
I might know the guy you're talking about. What's he called on Instagram?
The Mars Monster.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, he just you know
when he trains, does he have the mask on?
Not when he trains in the gym. You know
what he looks like.
I know what he looks like. That's it. I've known him for he basically was the one where when I went into the gym, I was like, I want to fucking get big, and he was just like, eat. That's the first thing he said to me. You need to eat. And I was like, how many meals do you eat? And he was like, oh, well, I eat about 10. He's like, I eat about 8. And I was like, so I need to eat 10 then. And that was my logic, right? And I used to pound meals. You know when you just like first start off and you just like, right, super noodles with chicken, that will work. And I used to eat that, and then it'd be like another. So yeah, just disgusting. But I was so like, I just come from like being injured at Thai boxing. So I was just literally like just burning through food as much as I could. And I was just lean. It was cool, and I was eating so much food, eating KFC, nothing. It didn't stick to me at all. It was just fucking, you know what I mean? Pushing shit amount of weights, like getting to fucking...
And then you became a bodybuilder, and you fucking lose the ability to do most other things in life, like running around.
Yeah, that's it.
And you become fat.
Exactly that. Yeah, definitely that. All right, so we sum that question up. Let's go. So what are your short goals, like your short-term goals that you want to achieve probably in the next like year to 2 years?
Okay, so short-term, obviously I've had a break from the stage to sort a few injuries out. The next sort of goal I'd say is to get those injuries back 100%, get performance back with the goal to then jump back on stage, looking at hopefully 2021, and then if we look to further goals, then the reason why I'm not competing is because I'm not gonna better what I've done already. You know, I've got the British finals. I'm yet to win one, so that's the next goal. So for me to do that, I need to be better. So hopefully then, so looking to win British. Obviously, this is within natural federations now. So there'll be win a British final, and then with the scope to then go pro within one of the two federations you can do it with naturally. So
what are the natural pro federations have?
So you've got the link. You've got the progressions with the BNBF, which link to a federation called DFAC.
Okay.
That's the pro card, DFAC pro card. And then you've got the UK DFBA, and their progression then is WNBF Pro.
They're very long, aren't they? Their abbreviations for their names are long.
Well, they're always longer because they have to stick N in there somewhere, don't they? They have to have an N in there. So.
Yeah, you have to let people know, don't you? Yeah, okay, that's pretty good goals. Your injuries, what were your injuries? Because I've never been injured properly.
It's not like a pain thing. It's quite complicated, and it's not even a guarantee it is what I think it is. But for a long period of time, I always knew something wasn't right. I couldn't feel muscles working properly. Things felt off. And then about 3 years ago, even like walking upstairs just didn't feel right. Walking in general felt off. And then one day in prep 2 years ago, I went to the gym and I just couldn't feel. I was training legs and I was trying to do a hamstring curl and I couldn't feel the muscle at all. Like I was doing the movement, I couldn't feel a thing. So I went to numerous people, we couldn't work it out. And then I went to one osteopath and he clocked it straight away that I'd had my posture was all over the place, and it stemmed from incredibly tight hip flexors that I'd more than likely had for about 6 to 8 years, and not had them fixed. So it basically tugged on like my hips, which then, and once your hips are off, everything is off because it pulls on your spine, your shoulders, obviously your femurs are off, and so my whole body. And obviously, I'd been in this compromised position, but trained like an absolute maniac for 6 years. So there's going to be repercussions.
Yeah.
So it's just a process now. I get fixed up all the time. I go at least like sort of every 3 weeks.
Oh, Jesus.
Just to sort of make sure I'm in the right position and stuff like that. I've got no problem doing that, but it's just a long process. I am on top of it though. I've had probably the best 2 months of training I've had in like 3 years. So, touch wood, it's going pretty well. You just got to stay on top of it. That's the thing.
It's those damn cleans, man. Those clean and jerks. They fucked your hips up. Those fucking damn cleans, man. Fucked hips up. That's great. I've never had like a bad injury, but I haven't trained that long. Like my first time I ever stepped in a gym was like just over 4 years ago.
Okay.
And I started training seriously probably like 2 years ago.
Never get an injury doing Muay Thai?
I got a bad back injury. Yeah, but never ever has it flared up doing deadlifts, doing rack pulls.
That's right. Good.
Yeah, I had a bad reason why I stopped doing Muay Thai is because I used to do tank to do, and I used to do like sort of grappling. I got slammed real hard one day, and then it wasn't right, and I went to play like. Do you remember when you'd have like inter-house football at school?
Yeah.
I played inter-house football and something just didn't feel right. Like I felt like my back couldn't support me up anymore. Right. I thought, it's not right. Went to the doctors and stuff, and they just fucking gave me ibuprofen gel. They're like, take some ibuprofen gel. I'm like,
that'll sort everything. It's fine.
I'll sort it out, And no, I just had to pull back from all my exercise, and being someone who was like really motivated in Thai boxing, like we trying to beat the fuck out of people and just like beat and be the best in that. I was wanting to be the fastest, strongest. Yeah.
At the time I was playing rugby, football, and Muay Thai, and my knees were fucked. Oh my God. And I don't know if you know what Osgood Schlatters is. Have you ever heard of that?
I've never heard it, man.
It sounds weird. Called Osgood Schlatters disease. It's not. All it is below your kneecap. Yeah. You have like a growth spurt, extra bony spurs grow in your knee. And So you've got your kneecap, and then wait there. Let's see if I can get this up.
So it's just frozen on your head in a minute. I don't know what it is, but it keeps freezing. Fucking my thing's been busted today.
Can you see now?
I can't. It's just frozen on your face. It's like a good image.
That's shit, because I'm demonstrating my knee on what it looks like. Anyway, I don't know if you can still hear, but loads of people know what I'm talking about because it's very popular. But you've got your kneecap, and then just below it is like another kneecap again. It's really weird. And when it's growing, if you get hit on it, oh my god! You know, like your funny bone. Like
yeah. Oh.
Just every little hit. So something had to stop. So I stopped Muay Thai, but I did used to love it.
Yeah.
But, just because I felt like I was hard when I used to rock out of it. Now I feel like a pussy. Like an absolute pussy.
That's it. I'm 100% with you. Like, you'd go into Thai boxing, you'd have like, the weirdest thing is like about Thai boxing, you'd rock in there, you'd do all your warm up shit and all this stuff, and you'd just go hit the bags, and then you just got to it, and it was like, yeah, right, now we do sparring the last half hour, and you would have like 5 fights with people just get beat the shit out of and be like, oh, I'm so solid, like just come out black and blue. Yeah. I remember once I hit
my foot. Limp out so badly. Oh my god.
I hit my foot real funny on a hard bag once.
Down in the thighs all the time, limping out.
Get your thighs fucked. There was fucking. I mean, Thai boxing was a fun time, but I much prefer bodybuilding. Coming out, I'd rather have sore muscles, feel like sore going and taking a shit than having big welts on your fucking thigh where some 12-year-old kid just got the best of you, just giving you leg kicks, just fucking you up, hitting you really hard. No, don't miss that one. Right, let's move on. So, long-term goals. What are your long-term goals? You think you sort of touched on them a little bit, getting to pro card?
Pro card is like a medium to long, and then after that, it's to actually do something with that pro card. You know, actually compete in a few pro shows and do all right. They're all in America, most of them. They've got like 1 or 2 over here, but it would be over there.
Is there any like natural pros that are full-time like bodybuilders?
Nah, there's no monetary gain to be had from bodybuilding actually at all. I think like obviously it can further your likelihood of making money through bodybuilding. Say for example, well, not that he doesn't compete anymore anyway, but people like Doug Miller, obviously he owns Core Nutritionals and America Labs and stuff like that. But he's got that through his incredible business and work ethic. But you know, it helps. He's got the name. And then also people like Alberto Nunez and stuff like that. Like their coaching business grows a lot because of who they are. But also they have amazing results. But you know, I don't really need the pro card to be a fucking secondary school teacher and say, "Oh, look at me." I try and keep it down as much as I can because they have a field day in school when they find out.
Really? What's that like? What's that like?
The whole school finds out within like minutes, and they are all over my socials because I don't go private. See?
Yeah. Well, you don't want to.
I want it for business. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're on it like a flash, and the schools aren't happy about it either.
Absolutely.
Because even though like I don't swear on my social media, I don't portray any like bad images or anything like that. They still don't want to be able to see the teacher's bare ass.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that's what it is. But at the end of the day, would they give me a row if I was down the beach on a Saturday in my skimpies?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's so true.
Could they? So, or if I was, say, a Welsh international rugby player, they'd probably absolutely love it that all the kids are on there. But I think bodybuilding has, even though I see it as completely normal, it's not really, is it? So
no, I see what you mean. Being in your underwear, posing. I see what you mean. I see that their point. But the thing is, though, if you're not doing anything that's offensive on there, I don't see why. That's one thing I don't like about the teaching and like, education is that whole thing. Like, if you want to be a teacher, right now your life is just completely private. You are like, you're not allowed to enjoy social media like everyone else is. You can't open up. You can't do these things. It's like you're so limited. Like, you're a teacher. You're fucking boring. Like, that's what you've got to be like. And that's like, well, that shouldn't be the case.
It's like, for example, 2 years ago, I got asked to go on Big Brother.
Oh, fucking watch out.
Yeah, but can you imagine if I had?
You'd have to bring your kitchen with you. You'd be like, right, I'm only going if I can have my oats. You've got a decent gym with some decent equipment in there.
Can you imagine now what it would be like for a teacher going into work that had been on Big Brother? You've got no chance.
You won't get that. What's his name? Devo guy lost his fucking job.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, but he's lasted all this time.
How many years has he been? Brilliant.
What does he do? What was he doing?
What in the video, or what was he teaching?
What's his job?
Oh, yeah, I think he was a secondary school teacher or a primary school teacher.
How did he get into teaching?
Like, the thing is, though, how did he not try and make that into something else? He was on an E4, for fuck's sake. Why didn't he try and make it into something else? I can't see why he didn't do that. That's crazy. All right.
Kids find everything, because I was on a program. I don't know if you've heard of it. Have you heard of Snog, Marry and Avoid?
Yes. That was on ages ago. That was wicked.
I was on that 4 or 5 years ago. And I walked into school the other day, and one of the girls said to me, "Sir, weren't you on Snog, Marry and Avoid?" And I looked at her and I went, "You've got to be joking." Because it's literally like 10 seconds 5 years ago. How they found that, I do not know. Because there's no, if they searched my name, it wouldn't come up with it. Literally, I asked them what they were doing, and they were binge watching it, and they just happened to catch me on there.
See you. What was the woman like when you was Snog, Marry, Avoid? Was she minging?
Hanging.
She proper minging.
I even put the episode up on my story a few months ago. It's awful, and the kids grill me for it, but she looked like a clown, because she had really puffy red cheeks. Really done up makeup was horrendous. And I said I'd avoid her because her makeup makes her look like a clown. And she goes, "Oh, charming." And all the kids do it to me now. They're like, "All right, clown. All right, clown."
Oh no, fucking kids! I don't know why. I don't know. I was probably that kid. When going up to teach, I found something. I'd be that teacher would ask. I keep asking it, be the fucking annoying. And now I just think, fuck's sake, why was I like that?
Yeah, that's when I'm giving a kid a row in school, or they say something to me, I think I'm like, you know what? If I was in your position, I'd have done exactly the same thing. It's hard for me to grill them, but yeah.
All right. How old are you, Jack? Anyway, before
25.
You're 25.
Yeah.
25.
I don't look it in the face.
No, you look younger.
25. Yeah.
Oh, look. Everyone says I look older than I am.
So how old are you?
I'm 23.
Yeah.
Fucking anabolics fuck your face up, and your beard makes you look wild. It's funny as fuck. All right. I was going to ask. So Instagram and social media. What's your opinion on Instagram and social media? What's your? Because I mean, people. I don't know. Think it's bad. Some people it's good. What do you think about? Because you're heavy on social media. I don't know. The way I use social media, I just film shit because I enjoy filming it. Yeah. I like pranking my missus on there because I think it's funny, and it's funnier if I put it on there, or if I say something, I put it on there, because then more people will see it, will annoy her, which is funnier, isn't it? You know what I mean? Because then it's and then I just film, and then I mean, my story of social media was I was prepping. I don't know what else am I going to do at 4 o'clock in the morning on a spin bike, getting my 45 minutes of cardio in, because Jordan's making me do 45 minutes. And I'm trying to get shredded for a show. Well, I didn't know what else to do except film what I'm doing. And then everyone started hopping onto my page because I was just I just started getting people following me because I was just on there. And I don't know, I was just saying what I was doing, shouting shit, just I'd be really loud, putting music on really loud at 4 o'clock in the morning. And people started following. But what's your view on socials and shit?
I think people are always interested in what other people are doing. Always. I'm interested in what other people are doing. I love social media. I'm not always out of my house with mates doing things and stuff like that, you know, like especially as a like the reason why social media is so popular in like bodybuilding terms is, you know, we're not very sociable individuals. You know, like I don't like to admit it, but I like my Instagram screen time pops up on my phone and it's like 6 hours a day at least.
That's fucking
like it's really bad.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why that is because when I'm eating my meals, Instagram is on the whole time.
Oh,
but, yeah. Like I think it's a really good platform. Would depend on how you use it. Obviously, it can be very educational. You can learn a hell of a lot from Instagram. I get a hell of a lot of motivation from Instagram.
Yes, I agree with you.
Then again, there are a lot of idiots on there.
Yeah, that's true as well.
If you're fairly educated, you'll be able to sort of filter that out.
Yeah.
You just got to know who to follow, and so I think it's a great platform, really. I think they're changing it a bit at the moment because too many people are getting influenced by stuff like likes and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I don't think that's too. As a bodybuilder, that's not something that is an issue with us. It is in the whole fitness industry because people trying just to look a bit better are massively influenced by gimmicks.
Yeah,
it's an issue in that regard, and there are a lot of absolute morons like celebrities that.
Oh right, yeah. Go on, big brother, lose a load of weight, and then be like, I took Fitzy. This is what I did. And you're like, what? And it's like, then they're selling plans. It's like, this is example, and I don't know if she has, but so and so from Geordie Shore, and it's like it's selling plans. You're like, fuck me, what? They're like, and it's something like, oh yeah, selling strength plans. It's like, oh, what degree did he get? Oh, was he strength and conditioning coach? Does he know how to Does he know about force production? You're like, oh, for fuck's sake, get this guy. Yeah. And the thing is, people buy into that big time. People like that. And it is unfortunate, but they, like you say, there is a lot of. If you're slightly educated, you can just filter a lot of shit out. Let's talk about. Let's say, so you're a natural athlete, correct?
Yeah.
100% natural. That's hands down to you. You've been training. How long have you been training?
Well,
how many years?
10 years, basically.
Fucking hell, 10 years. You're just shitting all over me right now. You're making me look like the really bad person.
Initially, it was mildly rugby focused, but not really. I've always trained like a bodybuilder, even when I was playing rugby. So like it was never like functional stuff. I was never doing the cleans and shit.
You were never doing the plyometric shit. Fuck that shit. Yeah.
But I was very agile though. Like I was really quick. But
really?
That just came from having big legs though. I think that's all that was.
So, okay. What was I saying? So, what's your opinion on because I see it now. Like, obviously, you go to a gym. I don't know what the gym's like, but it looks like it's got some fucking heavy duty equipment. It looks like it might have a few fucking meatheads in there. What's your you must see it, and in my opinion, if you're debating taking gear right now and you're listening to this, go watch Jack's story. Watch the whole fucking story. See how consistent this guy is. If you're that consistent, all right, fair enough. It's personal choice. Go take it, and you'd probably make the best gains of your life. If you're one of these guys who's eating pizza, who fobs it off on the weekend, gets to Friday night, you fob all your training off, you're going into the pint, you're having beers with the boys, and then you're like, yeah, I'm going to go take some gear and get massive. You're probably going to get fuck all from it. You really are. But what's your opinion on all this like that? Because that is shit hot right now. There is a lot of people, especially in some of the gyms I go to. I go to see the gyms and I see like these lads jump. They're like, yeah, I'm going to Beefer. And it's like, all right, cool. And they're like, yeah, taking a few D-bowls.
Beefer, yeah.
And it's like, what? And they're like, yeah, I'm taking D-bowls. You're like, what? Like, what the fuck? Do you know what a Diana bowl is? And they're like, oh, yeah, it would get me big, wouldn't it? And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, oh, let me fucking train.
The Michelin man big, yeah.
That's it. What's your your whole opinion on it? Because obviously you're natural, etc., and you've been for me like you love bodybuilding. You're like, do you know what I mean? Like no one would.
Yeah, like
do you know what I mean?
Ultimately, it's just what you want to do. You know, I can't really sit here and say and criticize the people for doing that. But yeah, it is stupid. But it depends on what your goal is, really.
Can I ask a question? Like, you don't have to ask this, or why haven't you like jumped into that side? Is there a reason behind it?
I was accused of being on gear when I was like 15, and I was accused. I was.
Yes.
I was impressive as a kid. Like,
yeah.
I was much more impressive as a kid than I am now. I would walk around town at like the age of 15, 16, and people would like look at me at that age. So, there are a few reasons. Like, firstly, my dad would batter me.
Yeah.
Like, he would actually physically batter me. I would be disowned from my family 100% because they have they aren't bodybuilding. They have nothing to do with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're very sporty, but bodybuilding. Yeah. I think it's because they don't like seeing what it's done to me in terms of like becoming very not like selfish to a degree and sort of very individual. Yeah. So they would disown me straight away. And then probably the most important point is like, no shit, I'm very extreme at what I do.
Yeah.
So, like I measure a gram of lettuce out, like I have to get it bang on. If I'm going to go on the gear, I am going to literally have to do everything I can to be the best within that pool. Because now I try and be the best that I can in the natural pool.
Yeah.
Second I do that and take the gear, I'm not going to just take the gear to be mediocre.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take it to just coast around and look good. I'm going to take it to be the best. And I'm realistic as well. Like the guys that are at the top of the younger generation naturally are insane.
Yes.
To throw some names out, kids that are the same age as me, even just within the UK itself, Cuba's of a similar age to me. Dean White, similar age to me. Guy Chardin.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
they are all monsters, like insane. You got people who are on the Olympia stage at my age. Yeah,
that's true.
That's my main thing is just how extreme I am and like that I want to be the best at something, and it's unrealistic for me to think that I'm going to be the best naturally. And I would push to be the best naturally, and then unnaturally.
Yeah.
So then, what's that going to do to me in 3 years? 3 to 4 years, I'd probably be dead within that time. I probably would be dead within a few years, because I know that some of the bigger names, younger boys, have had a realization that some of them were close to really hurting themselves. So even they should go back. I
see what you mean.
That's sort of the main reasons. I'm not against it at all. I love all aspects of bodybuilding. People know that I share everything. I watch Jordan Peters every day, and he's the biggest gearhead going. So.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I even watch his anabolic videos. And I'm sat there and I'm thinking, why am I watching this? But I just watch it because I love bodybuilding and everything about it. So.
I do find with Jordan's videos, like, he's really like fascinating. The way, because don't you agree, right? Does he remind you of like a uni lecturer, like a really interesting one?
Yeah.
Like every time.
Drugs.
Yeah, and it's so like, and the way he's talking about a matter, like he might be talking about like, I don't know, he did a video on anabolic, but he's talking about it, and he speaks really like he'll speak so that's probably the wrong term, like academic around the subject, but then he's talking about anabolic, right? And then he'll say like, it's fucking amazing, and you're like, or something like that. He'll throw a couple of F-bombs in there, and you're like, fuck it up. There's the meathead coming out.
Yeah, or he'll talk about some extreme drug.
Yeah.
He's talking really scientific about it, and he's like, yeah, I can tell when I've taken it because I'm fucking raging and all this.
Exactly. Corin can tell me when I'm taking it because I'm acting like a cunt. And it's like,
yeah.
I love that shit. That's brilliant. Man, that's great sharing that, man, because like I watch some of you, like you, AJ, there's the guy, smaller guy, what's his name? like he's blowing up on YouTube big time right lately. What's his name? Big Beard George. He's
George
like,
Osborne. Yeah.
George Osborne. Watch him. Like you guys are all really fucking like just really consistent and doing everything the way you should be. Do you know what I mean?
Be the top within like the natural. You have naturally you have to nail that stuff down. You know, that's the main thing.
And you guys get in some crazy condition. Like, I mean, you see, there's like when in the PCA, like the PCA, I'd say that it's a really good like amateur federation.
Yeah.
And like they promote their shows fucking amazing, and they like when I compete, they treat you really well. If they're really good, there's a few boys like who are competing in there, and you're like. And like they're the ones like you see on social media. To be honest, you see some of the lineup. You'll see some guys and they look phenomenal, and there's like always a couple of guys on the side of the stage. You're like, fucking hell, did you even fucking train? Like, what the fuck are you going up? Yeah. You know what I mean? And you're a bit like, what the fuck? And then I can't imagine why these guys are like if they don't go on social media, use it, and then they see people like yourselves when you're prepping, and you're like you're completely natty and you're just fucking killing it, and it's like I can't see how you'd be like, well, if they on stuff, like, come on, you've got to get in shape. Do you know what I mean? If you've got those tools at your disposal, come on, get in shape or don't fucking turn up. You know what I mean? But I am feeling like, have you realised that the last couple of years, more and more amateurs are getting more and more in shape?
Yeah,
I
say so.
Fucking hell, like. People are rocking up like fucking really good shape now.
Yeah, it's good though.
One lad who I think he's doing the PCA. Like I saw him the other day. Lewis, he's part of. Do you know what I'm talking? Lewis White, I think his name is. Might have said his name wrong. I saw him. I saw him, and he's like, what is it? 6 weeks out of the British finals of PCA. I thought, fucking hell, he's gonna be dialed. He's got some crazy shape to him as well. I like that. Anyway,
I saw it this morning. Yeah.
And as you said, social media, like this is motivating me. I'm gonna go train push later, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, fuck, I've got to be bigger and better than these motherfuckers because they're my age. Anyway, let's finish it off the top. What's your top? I want to go your top favorite bodybuilders, and then I want to go actually. When we do that the last, and your top favorite amateur bodybuilders. Who motivates you the most on social media or amateur body right now? Hit me up with your top three. Go on.
BP's still amateur.
Yeah.
So I'd say him. I honestly love Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. Amateur-wise, that's tough.
That's it. You got Jordan. Oh, have I lost you?
No, I'm thinking, man. I can't. I can't think of amateur-wise because these days there's so many pros now.
Yeah. There's a lot of people going pro. Yeah.
Like, to be fair, AJ motivates me quite a bit.
Yeah, he lifts some fucking heavy weights.
And like, I'm very competitive with him.
Yeah, I bet you are. I bet you fucking are. Who's bigger? You're bigger than him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a bigger frame than him naturally.
Yeah.
I got a fair few inches on him anyway in the height department.
How tall are you?
5'11".
Oh yeah, you're taller than me.
Yeah, so I'm like, for a bodybuilder, I'm relatively tall.
Yeah.
But no, it's hard to think amateur-wise. Like, there are a lot of like natural guys that motivate me as well. But some of them are even pro. But I don't know. Like Jordan's the main one. Pro-wise, there are a lot. I like a lot of like the pros. And a lot of them is because it's through like social media and what they put out. Like, I love their content, but obviously, like, main one, like, I love Phil Heath. I've always loved Phil Heath. When the first time I ever went to Body Power, 2013, the second the doors open, I ran to the back of the hall, and I was like the first one in the Phil Heath queue. I walked straight to the front. There was no one there. I got to have like a proper chat with him and everything. And then also I went to the one of his UK tour events this year, because obviously he toured the UK. I got to see him one of his events. That was awesome. People don't really know the real him. So they make like just like judgments of him that's not true. I I don't know what he's planning because he put a post up this morning and it said in the caption, "Since the cat's out the bag."
Yeah, you look ill.
So I don't know. He didn't say what the cat out the bag was, and I looked at all of his stories, and there was no mention of anything. So I don't know. He's not doing Olympia, surely.
Imagine if he turned up, imagine just
I
like,
wish he did. He'd fucking win it.
imagine just rocking up, but like his like posing routine was like some fucking mad music like DMX. Just walks out like, I fucking got this, boom! Like yes, because I think because Phil lost the title, like Generation 9, the first one, like demonized him a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
And then like now he's lost his title, he's come out and like Phil's a fucking G, man. He's such a cool. He seems like such a cool guy. I'm jealous that you've met Phil, man. He was at the Body Power, but last his queue was way too long. And I ended up talking to Jamie. I think it was Jamie DeRogo. I can't remember his last name. Jamie DeRogo. I think like that.
DeRogo, yeah.
Yeah. I ended up speaking to him for way too long, and I was like, oh fuck, I ain't queuing for that. I was like, I've got a meal to eat. I started.
Jamie's cool though. I know Jamie, so he's cool.
Yeah.
He used to be coached by the same coaches as me, so.
All right.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
And then carrying on like pro wise, obviously I love Flex Lewis.
Yes.
He's from the same gym that I train at now. So when he comes home to Wales, he trains there.
Yeah, I saw a photo of you two.
Quite a bit, which is really cool. What was even cooler was I don't pester him for pictures because I know it must be a pain.
Yeah.
Everyone else does. And when he was home a few weeks ago, I didn't say anything to him, and he walked past, and he stopped me.
Oh, yeah. You know you're going places, Jack, mate. Lewis stopping you.
He said me, he was like, oh, how's it going, mate? Like, how's the injury and stuff like that? I was like, wow, that's cool.
That's something else, mate. That's when you know you're going places.
But then, to name a few others, I love, like, John Jewett. I'm a big fan of his.
Okay.
The 212 athlete. His social media content is awesome. So like, he's very professional, but he puts up like loads of training and stuff like that.
Pretty cool, I like that.
Yeah, they're like the main ones.
So
off the top of my head, they're the main ones.
They're the ones that are motivating you right now.
Yeah.
So what have we got? We got for amateur,
and Dusty Hanshaw. I love his stuff.
Okay. Yes.
Dusty and Fuad, like those two. Just because they're badasses and they work hard, like.
Yeah.
And if you ever get a chance to talk to Dusty, if you go to like Body Power and stuff, he's funny, man. So. Yeah.
So we got who were your top? We got top amateurs were Jordan, AJ. I think. I've been through so much, and then your top pros, Phil,
Flex.
Dusty,
Fuad, and John Jewett.
That's a good plan. That's fucking sick.
I love, and John Meadows is pro as well.
So John Meadows.
Absolutely. I went to his seminar a few months ago. I love John. So, yeah.
Fucking. I like John. I did like this podcast. What was it? His podcast with Fuad, that was really good. And I've watched some of his older videos before, and I like his videos he does on YouTube because
they're great. Yeah.
This is some filming as well, and the camera's all shaking and shit, and he's like, "This is what I used to eat when I was in college," and just fucking just throwing meals in and shit. Yeah. I like watching those videos. I don't know what it is, but it's just like, oh, that's how he built his way and blah blah blah, etc. Anyway, we've been on. I've probably taken way too much of your time right now.
That's cool. Yesterday, I haven't thought about food. I was starving. That's good, man, because I've got a meal now, so it's perfect.
How much of a deficit are you in?
Well, today I'm rock bottom because I've had just over 1,000 calories today, so, and that's alongside 400 calories of cardio this morning.
Oh fuck!
And then 10,000 steps during the day. So
Jesus. I bet you're fucking hungry.
I get my oats tonight, so we're fine.
Happy days. That's what we like to hear. Fucking oats at night. That's how you get massive, boys and girls. Listen to it from Jack. Doesn't matter if you're natty or unnatty. Me and Jack both have oats at night.
My oats are natural. Yours aren't. Yours are enhanced.
That's it. Mine are enhanced. So it doesn't matter which way you do it. It still works. Anyway, cheers having you on, man. And I'll have to get you on another one. We've got so much fucking to talk about, man. It's so good. All
Well,
right.
if you ever get that like round table booted up again with you and a few of the other boys, let me know. I'll chip in.
Absolutely, man. We'll get Stephen and Kieran. Kieran will be on. He ain't got the internet at the minute, but we'll get him on. But I'm gonna end the podcast right here. So if you haven't seen Jack's story or gone on his Instagram, what's your name? It's just your name, isn't it?
Just Jack Thorburn. Yeah, that's all it is.
Watch his, and if you want some motivation, go watch his story. If you're wondering what you should be doing to grow, literally just watch his story and how consistent he is, and just put your fucking, and there you go. You'll realize what you need to do just to fucking get there. All right.
Thanks, man.
All right. Sweet.
What's up?
Stop recording.